Hi everyone, I hope you're all well. So, today I want to share something with you all today that, with regards to the divine feminine's journey of awakening and the support of the divine masculine. So, one thing to remember is that the divine feminine energy is extremely deep, and it is something which is buried deep inside of you, your awakened feminine energy. And you have to go within in this journey. Your twin flame offers you this support of allowing you to become your feminine energy, because before you come on the journey, you are somewhere in a hustle mode. You're trying to make things happen. You're trying very hard. There are wounds from which you're operating in life. There are defense mechanisms. You're doing what the society expects you to do. You have also internalized the society and the voice of the society, of people, of family, culture, religion, traditions. They live inside of you. And this is that voice that, oppresses you, that oppresses your feminine. When you meet your divine masculine, they release this oppressed feminine energy. It's like they open this cage for you. Now, the thing is, when this cage has been opened for you, you have to allow the walls of the cage and, to dissolve. You have to allow your conditioning to be melted away. You have to allow the hustle that you might be in, or the fact that sometimes this voice of the society is still hanging out and around you. You have to allow that to not affect you. You have to move beyond it. You have to see the falsehood of the matrix, and the way, the oppression of the matrix has been on you since childhood, for many, many lives, in fact. Um, it's a very unfortunate reality that many of you will have very deep karmic, connections with people around you, with your family, with friends, and all of that in your childhood. And up until now, you would have this. And somewhere you may feel that you are beholden to karmic energy, you're serving the karmic energy. This is a little stern to talk about, but I don't want to, hold back my words too much and just share this with you that you are a free being. You're not a being who is supposed to serve the karmic egos of other people, like when you are, say, for instance, saying yes to something you really want to say no to, when you are a part of oppressive family structures which have been abusive for you, when you think that, okay, it's easier for me to stay in this way in which I am being oppressed, or to put up with it because this is the way I am being kind to somebody. By being unkind and uncompassionate and inconsiderate towards your own emotions and your own feelings, you're not going to be considerate and kind to anybody. You're just going to be the one who is perpetuating the ego of other people, the control that they have over you. So your masculine unlocks this cage for you, right? But the walls have to go down on their own, and you have to now come out of the cage on your own. See, that's one thing, no? If the cage was so far locked and the masculine opened the cage and left you, you came in separation. Now it is up to you if you choose to come out of the cage. The gate is open. This is where sometimes many divine feminines can struggle. It's a natural part of the journey to struggle, actually. It's not that, oh, immediately everyone's going to come out of the cage. They're going to question these walls, in which they had lived, and very deeply go very, very deep and deep inside to see that how they had been oppressed, because these walls are also somewhere within you. So your belief systems are brought into question, your relationships are brought into question. This is not a lifetime for you when you can stay asleep. This is not a lifetime for you when you have met your twin flame, means you're going to awaken. So why hold on to that which is still oppressing me? Why hold on to the same systems, the same belief systems? or somebody said this to me, or somebody thinks I am these many years old and I'm not worthy because I'm not, in a social structure like marriage. Okay, somebody said I shouldn't do my own work because you know what, I have survival based fears inside of me. I'm not able to take that leap out of situations which are troubling me, or I'm trapped in very toxic family situations where I keep serving other people's egos and I keep tiptoeing around them, and I keep that is what I think is, it means I'm being very kind to them. You're not being kind to them. All of that is a moral conditioning and a moral teaching that you may be carrying within you. But the divine feminine awakens beyond morality. Morality is a word that you can literally throw out of the window and be your authentic self. Morality came as a result of fear. People were afraid, because some people were very toxic and negative, so they needed morality. They needed to be told, this is the good thing that you do, don't hurt other people. Maybe those who were committing crimes, etc., they need morality. You for speaking your truth and you for being yourself, you're not a criminal. So sometimes the feminine has a very, a dark side, like a repressed shadow side to her, where she feels guilty. She feels like she will be a criminal if, God forbid, she goes and she just becomes herself. If she embraces her true self, even if she embraces her sexuality. Because again, this is something that is very massively repressed in the divine feminine energy, you know, because of the lower energies that have attacked her body, that have attacked, her freedom, that have attacked her innocence. You have to claim your power back. You have to be free and be very be unguarded with yourself. Let your emotions come out. Don't hold yourself back. It's like, don't walk with hesitation. Don't walk while you're protecting yourself, your steps. In Hindi it's called bach bach ke chalna. Like, you're walking, but you're walking with a lot of, you're saving yourself in every step, and you're walking like you're literally just tiptoeing. That's not the way you walk. You walk with your full foot placed on the ground, both feet on the ground. You fully embrace that walk, with your full freedom. And this is not going to be easy because there is a lot of conditioning. Again, those walls of the prison, those conditionings are present, and they don't allow you to be. They will give you these fears, that will become highlighted, that if I do this, my father will be offended. Okay, my mother will be offended. My If you are in a marriage, then your husband will be offended. Okay, my brother will not like this, my friends will not like this. Let it all go. And this is not something you will do in company of other people. Your freedom is not coming to you in the company of, society and other people, and you're still trying to maintain external, facades. It's going to come, for many of you, it's going to come in isolation. So if you feel you're being called to become isolated, you please do that. You're not going to be depressed. Again, like sometimes there is a risk of the conditioning and the belief systems of the matrix infiltrating the spiritual understanding of isolation, of solitariness. It's a very classical difference between loneliness and aloneness. Don't be afraid of embracing your aloneness, and let your inner self speak to you. Let your inner child speak to you. Let your inner self speak to you. um, Give yourself the space to express yourself. Give yourself the space to express your pain, to know your pain, to feel your pain. Because again, pain is again something very much like what Rumi said, this is where the wound is, where the light enters. And this is where you can just embrace your truth. And I'll share a poem, maybe in the next video or as a community post, that that is by Rumi. And anyway, this is what I basically wanted to speak about, that embrace your truth. You're a free being, you're not oppressed. Whatever has been, your pain, whatever has been your what difficult situations that you have gone through, that you may be going through right now, know that the spiritual truth that is calling out to you when you have come on the twin flame journey is absolute freedom. And it is your pathway to freedom is through deep allowing of yourself to unravel, deep allowing of your pain to be seen or to be felt. You're creating, this space for yourself. All right. Actually, it's the divine masculine energy that has triggered you into your spiritual awakening that creates this space for you. Somehow, naturally, it happens that the masculine energy may physically not be present around you, but in having activated you, you always have access to the inner masculine energy. The separation that you feel with your twin flame is something that you're feeling within. But this separation, as it starts to be unfelt and as you start to really align with the truth of who your twin flame really is, it's your inner masculine that is actually helping you to even holding the space for you to do this. Your self love, and I don't know how you define self love. I have spoken of this prior, and I actually speak of this pretty much in every podcast when I say that allow yourself to feel how you're feeling. Allow yourself to be present fully in the body without the thoughts. Thoughts are your imprisonment too. We're not trying to say the mind is an enemy, but if the mind is running away with you and you're being led by the mind, you're being led by the fears, then yes, the mind has become enemy. Then you are hosting an enemy within your system, right? So create some space from the mind, from your thoughts, your conclusions, your belief systems. You may have the most rigid and the most, I don't know, evolved belief systems. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if your thoughts are, very evolved to the extent that you've experienced a lot of hurts in your life, and hence you have a lot of intelligence and you have intelligent conclusions drawn about life. Even those intelligent conclusions about life should be thrown out of the window, because that is also not life. Those are just judgments. Those are just judgments. Sometimes we feel that in judging, we move from judging other people, judging ourselves, to judging other people. Both of those are again two sides of the same coin. So this bit about releasing judgment is specific to some of you. If you feel that, this is something that you have a difficult time letting go of, then become aware. Become aware of the being that is within you. Allow yourself to express yourself. You have emotions, you have feelings. Allow yourself to let them all out. Allow yourself to be unraveled on the journey. This is the space, the sacred container that your divine masculine energy is holding for you right now. This is the guidance that I wanted to share with you, that go very, very deep. Allow yourself to go deep where the divine feminine energy resides. And your masculine energy is always holding space for you to do this inner work. This is why they activated you. All right. And once the divine feminine energy is unleashed, then it is very natural for her to come into union. It's very natural for her to attract that frequency of union, very natural for her to be receptive to her higher divine masculine, right? Our ego can create a lot of traps and can create a lot of thoughts and can reinforce separation consciousness, where you think my twin is separate from me and I need to do something which is, as a being which is separate from my twin flame, or something like that. Or I am more evolved and my twin flame is horrible. That's also not true. Both of you are always a reflection of the same energy. If the divine masculine is not evolved, the divine feminine quality is also unevolved. This may seem like very difficult to accept, but it is true. Again, throw the morality out of the window. Don't judge your twin flame. And if you find it very hard to release judgment, then there is pain inside that you need to reconcile with, that is building such strong, rigid judgments in your system. And perhaps a certain spiritual awareness of life is needed. All right. So, this is all I wanted to speak about. And if you wish to work one on one with me, all that information is in the first link in the description. You click on this link. See the types of sessions that I offer. We go very deep in these sessions. We do some deep healing work. I also guide you at an intuitive level, and my guidance helps you for a long period of time to come. You can also subscribe to my Patreon page where I post about 6 videos a month at tier 2 level, and you have access to 4 videos at tier 1 level. Tier 2 level is like a mini course, that goes very deep. There are mini workshops. At tier 1 level, there are lots of how to videos, channeled messages, and such specific to Patreon subscribers. I'm sending you love. Have a beautiful day. Bye.